What will be revealed this year at E3? Will the Loki series be the best MCU series so far? And could Buffalo Wings soda taste good? Well, I talk about all that and more on this episode of the Toddcast. Hello everyone and welcome to the Toddcast. As always, I'm your host, Todd McManus. And first thing I wanted to do on this episode is wish a good luck to Jacob Young. You may know he's one of my good friends, and you may know him as a former guest here on the Toddcast. He was a guest on episode 66. You can go listen to that right now if you want to. He was a guest on, and he just moved, for all of y'all listening, yesterday, which is, I'm recording this on Friday, the day before it releases. He moved to Colorado Springs, drove all the way up there with other fellow former guest Jacob Smith and the Jacobs. They went up there. Of course, Jacob Smith isn't moving there, but Jacob is moving there to continue grad school there, or a school there, basically. He graduated college, but he's moving there, and to continue an education. And just good luck to him. And hopefully he may have to be on. I know if you're listening out there, which I know you are. There's no if. I know you are. We might have to get his perspective on what it's like to move from Louisiana and get the culture shock of from Louisiana to Colorado. So, but good luck to him and best of your endeavors in the state of Colorado. So, good luck to you out there, Jacob. So, to get into some news, not that much has happened, in my opinion, this past week or anything in entertainment news anyway. The big thing that's happening is that this weekend and kind of the beginning of this next week is E3, which if you don't know what E3 is, it is the Entertainment Expo. There's another E in there somewhere. Forgot what the other E is. Let me look it up real quick. E3, if you just don't know, is basically this big event that happens every year around the beginning of June, around this time. And it showcases mainly video games, is what this is. Is that it shows off the announcements of like maybe a sequel to a video game, or showing off a new like gameplay trailer for a new game that may be coming out this year or the beginning of next year, or announcing a game that may not even be coming out for the next 2 or 3 years. That's basically what they're doing, or announcing more downloadable content, DLC, for a game that's already come out. Just basically news and anything surrounding video games is what this Entertainment Expo is all about. And so, of course, we did not have one last year because of COVID. Of course, we were in the full swing of the pandemic. So now we're having, I think it's not going to be in person, though. I think it's going to be still virtual because, I mean, it usually takes place in, I think, in LA. And since, Los Angeles is suffering because of COVID, I don't think they're going to have it in person. So I think they're going to have it fully virtual. And, throughout, it's like, it starts on Saturday, which is today, the day that this episode releases, and it ends on Tuesday. So it's a 4-day event. Yes, I did count that out with my fingers. It's a 4-day event, and throughout those 4 days, there's usually press conferences and conference call type thing. I guess it's going to be on Zoom and all that kind of stuff. And normally, I say normally, like, because I watched the one 2 years ago, they usually have it all on YouTube. So just go to YouTube and type in E3, or you can just Google E3, like the letter E and the number 3. And if you're interested in any type of video game news or anything like that, they'll have all the announcements and stuff listed there after it's already happened. If you want to watch any of the conferences and trailers live, you can just go to YouTube and type in E3, and there's probably many different YouTubers or different channels. Like IGN is probably doing a watch party, and different people different YouTubers that I know of are doing different watch parties as well. And yeah, like there'll be like 2 or 3 a day, I think. Like Xbox. Xbox is with Bethesda. And Bethesda, if you don't know, that's the company that makes the Doom games. Because Xbox bought that company like a year ago, or like a year ago, less than a year ago, around a year ago, Xbox, or Microsoft, I should say, bought Bethesda. And they'll be having theirs, I think it's on Sunday, is theirs. And then Square Enix, that's another game company. And then Ubisoft, that's another game company. Ubisoft is the company that makes the Assassin's Creed games, the Watch Dogs games. They better announce something about the Star Wars game, because I've talked about that before, because there's an open world Star Wars game that Ubisoft is going to be making. And if they announce that, it'll be pretty awesome. And then, of course, Xbox is going to talk about the next Halo game. If you know about one of the biggest video game franchises of all time, Halo, they're being shown more, I think it's more stuff about it, or give an official release date. That's another thing that they do, is they actually, like, if there's a game they've been talking about for a year, they will finally say, yes, this game is coming out October the 4th, or whatever, something like that, you know. And yeah, I'm excited about it. I'll probably tune in to some of them throughout the weekend into next week. And of course, I'll probably talk about it 2 weeks from now. Anything that really stands out to me, like if they make a big announcement about like an Avengers game or some other Marvel game, or even a Star Wars game, especially a Star Wars game, I will be talking about it. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. Oh, they also are probably going to talk about the next God of War game, which I really hope they talk about it, because if you don't know, the 2018 God of War was like game of the year, and it's really good. I've played all of it. And they're talking about the next one, which is God of War. It's not called God of War 2, because it's already a God of War 2. There's an original God of War series. It just look it up. It all makes sense. This one's called God of War Ragnarok, and I am very excited for it. So, but they'll be announcing other stuff and other games that we probably don't even know about yet. Like I said, they'll be announcing all of these at E3. So, I'm excited for it. Ready to see what's going to happen. Since we did not have an E3 last year, it's really good to see them going back to having one this year. And then, of course, we'll probably have a fully packed E3 next year in 2022. Considering that COVID, we're on the downward slope. We're getting out of it. You know, the pandemic is slowly dying out, at least in my opinion, around here anyway. You know, mask mandates are being lifted, restrictions are being lifted. So, I think by the end of this year and the beginning of next year, we'll fully be back to normal. And when I mean normal, I mean like 2019 normal. Because 2019 was kind of awesome, to be honest, compared to everything that's been happening lately. So, yeah, E3, check it out if you want to. If you're interested in any kind of video game news or anything like that, which they might announce other stuff too. They might announce like a Marvel movie or something, because apparently it's rumored that we're supposed to get the next Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man No Way Home. We're apparently supposed to get the trailer real soon to it, because it comes out in December, and we're already almost halfway through June already. I mean, we're already halfway through the year, which is wild in my opinion. Which to me, honestly, since you know, I've gone to school like all my life so far, and I'm still in college, and I start senior year in August. To me, it feels like the summer goes exceptionally fast for some reason. I guess it's because I don't do anything, or like vacations or anything like that. The summer goes way too fast, and then spring and fall normally will be slower a little bit, but still can go fast in some parts, you know. But normally the summer is just always fast, in my opinion. And yeah, because it's like, oh, school's out in May, and then you blink and it's already the end of July, and it's like, oh, I got to get stuff ready for school. Like that kind of stuff. At least that was how it was back in like junior high and high school, where it's like, I got to go get some shoes, I got to go get a backpack, got to go get some paper and pencils and all that kind of stuff. In college, it's basically like, let me look around my room and see if I can find one piece of paper and a pencil and go to class. Which, I mean, I'm still fully online anyway. Not because of COVID, just because I want to be. But that's that feeling, you know. It changes when you get into college. So, anyway, that's how all that is. And COVID dying down. That's what I was talking about. COVID's dying down. And with E3, I'm excited for it, like I've said. And also, I wanted to mention this real quick. Okay, for some reason, I don't know why, but game companies really love putting future years in the title of games. I don't know why. Like with Cyberpunk, the game that was really hyped up, it has Keanu Reeves in it, and then it sucked. And it was terrible, apparently. And it was not even finished. Like, they just put a broken game out there. It was called Cyberpunk 2077. Okay, cool. Now, the other day, this past week, the next Battlefield game was announced, and it's called Battlefield 2042. What's with all these games putting futuristic years in the title? Is that like a thing now? Like, even movies have done that. Like Blade Runner, the last Blade Runner movie, was it Blade Runner 2049 or something like that? Like, why? Why is that like, oh, this movie takes place in the future, so we have to put the futuristic year in it? From now on, the Toddcast is now named the Toddcast 2069. So, anyways, I don't know why they do this. A lot of them do it. I just don't know why. Like, I understand if it was like 1940 or something, like World War II type years, and it was like Battlefield, like there is a Battlefield, it was like Battlefield 1942 or 1945 or something like that. I understand that, you know, but it gets to the point where it's like, why does every game have to do this? Like, we had Cyberpunk 2077, Battlefield 2042, and now we'll probably get more after that, you know. So anyways, speaking of Marvel, the Loki MCU Marvel series on Disney Plus has officially begun this past Wednesday. There will be a new episode every Wednesday. I think there's going to be 6 episodes. Don't hold me accountable to that. That's just what I heard a couple of weeks ago, that this series would be very short, but each episode is almost an hour long. So they packed in a lot of stuff in the first episode, in my opinion. Like, they set up the characters. They brought in and this is following Loki from, okay, you watched Avengers Endgame, and when they went back in time to 2012 New York from the Avengers movie, they dropped the Tesseract, and Loki picked it up and disappeared, and that was all you saw in Endgame. The Loki series is following that Loki, because in normal time, Loki's dead, because he was killed in Infinity War by Thanos. So, that sums it up for you. So, this Loki is just Loki now. So, he is in here. Owen Wilson is here, and he's awesome. And his nose gets more crooked every time I see him. And just, wow. It's Owen Wilson. It's Owen Wilson and Loki teaming up. Okay? So, it's like, what more could somebody want? So, I think this show is actually going to be pretty good. I mean, the first episode was pretty good. Because, like I said, like you already know, I watched all of WandaVision. I watched all the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And this is the third series that we're getting this year. And then the next Marvel product we get is actually the Black Widow movie in July. So, I'm looking forward to it, because it's a movie, you know, and I'll probably go and see it in theaters, because we're like less than a month away until that movie comes out now. So, hyped up for it. And that's also the movie that comes on Disney Plus for like $30 or something. You can buy it, but movie tickets are way cheaper, and I'll just go see it with Jaren or somebody. So, anyways, the Loki series is pretty good. I'm liking it. I think I don't want to say this. I'm going to say it. In my opinion, the Loki series currently has the potential to probably be better than WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's my personal opinion, though. We all have our different opinions, because WandaVision was a good show. I liked it. It was different. It was weird. It was cool. Falcon and Winter Soldier was also a very good series and gave me, of course, the Captain America movie vibes. Loki is a whole different story, and that's why I like it, because it's weird and it's different and it makes you think, because it puts time in there, and time itself is just a weird subject to talk about. To completely understand time and the construct of it and all that kind of thing, it's just interesting to me, and I am very excited to see what's going to happen in the newest episodes. And like I said, each episode's around 50 minutes, a little less than an hour, about 50 to 55 minutes is what they said. And I think it's going to be only 6, and it's every Wednesday is the Marvel shows. And because Friday is currently the Bad Batch, which I think that's how they're going to keep it, Wednesday Marvel and Friday for Star Wars. So the Bad Batch is still going. I just watched the newest, this week's past episode. I just watched it before I started recording here. And it was pretty good. I liked it. And I won't spoil anything for the Loki series or for the Bad Batch until they fully finish. And then I'll give my official review once the series is actually over. So I won't have to review every episode. So, yeah. So the Bad Batch is still ongoing. I don't know how long it's going to last. Each episode is a little less than 30 minutes long. So it's like, it doesn't take you that long to watch an episode. I mean, it's just like old school Clone Wars, but the Bad Batch. And I really like it. It's pretty good, It gives me the Clone Wars vibe. So, yeah. So if you're interested in that and you have Disney Plus, go watch the Loki series. I recommend it. Go watch the Bad Batch too if you like Star Wars and have Disney Plus. It's really good as well. And yeah. So there you go. And the Black Widow show. The Black Widow movie will be premiering, I think it's July 9th, I want to say. That's what I want to say. July 9th, yes. So the Loki series will be going. The Loki series, as of now, if you count it out, the last episode of it will end. The series will end the week after Black Widow releases in theaters. So, like, Black Widow will release in theaters. July 9th is a Friday. So, it'll release Black Widow, and then the following Wednesday is when Loki will end. So, I will review both of them, both the Loki series and the Black Widow movie, in the end of July, so you can look forward to that in the weeks to come. So, yeah. So those shows are great. Looking forward to Black Widow, and they may announce more Marvel release dates for the shows as well, because we already know everything about the movies, or not everything, but we already know like when they're coming out, So we're just waiting on the series to know when they come out, because it's like, What If show premieres in August, but we don't know a day yet. So we're still waiting on that. They may be announced at E3 this week, so you might have to tune into that. Just Google Marvel E3 at this point. So, yeah, looking forward to them, and y'all have to check it out if you want to. So, as I do every other week, I put up a questionnaire on the Toddcast Instagram page, which you can follow at _Toddcast_ only on Instagram. Nowhere else. And you can go and check out all of the glorious pictures that are posted on the Toddcast Instagram page. And also every other week I usually ask for your questions, and then you can ask me any question you like. Would you rather question, a question about a movie, what do you think about this game, whatever, just whatever question you want for me to answer and have my opinion on an episode of the Toddcast. And if you want to submit a question, you can do that, of course. Follow the Toddcast Instagram page and wait until there is a questionnaire posted on the story. Or you can go over to my YouTube channel, which the link to that is down below in the description of this podcast. click on that. Go ahead and subscribe and click that bell to get notified when new videos are uploaded. And go into the comment sections of one of the videos of the Toddcast episodes. And in the comments, comment a question that you want me to answer on a future episode of the Toddcast. That's all you got to do. Is just say, would you rather da-da-da-da-da? Would you do this? Do you like this movie? Would you rather be... I'm just using would you rather questions as an example, but literally, like, you could say anything as long as it's a question. And if it's somewhat appropriate, like PG-13, that's good enough, you know. So, yeah, go ahead over there and make sure you like the episodes as well on YouTube. So, yeah, so comment down below and I'll get to your questions. And we have 2 questions here on this episode right now. They're both would you rather questions. So, thank you to the wonderful people that submitted these questions. And here we go. We're going to go ahead and dive into these questions. So, here we go. Would you rather swim in a pool full of Nutella, okay, or swim in a pool full of maple syrup? Oh, I haven't had Nutella in a long time. Which I haven't had maple syrup in a while either. Shoot, I don't know. That's a good question. So either way, I gotta swim in this pool. And it's like a normal sized pool. I guess what we're gonna say is that I start at the shallow end, swim all the way to the deep end, and all the way back, like a lap, you know. Which one is less solid? Is syrup less solid? Which syrup is sticky? Just imagine how to get all that off. Like, you got to stand in the shower for like 40 minutes to get all that stuff off. And then there's Nutella. Well, whichever one I like the most, I would probably just eat some of it while I'm in the pool. As long as this pool better be inside of a building, because I'm not having any kind of bugs or anything jump in a syrup-filled pool or a Nutella, because that would just be nasty. Because you can imagine, because everybody knows a pool outside is going to have a bug, a frog, a snake, whatever. It's going to have, or your dog is going to go wash his feet up in it. Or your dog is just going to jump in it. Some other animal. I live in the South, so a gator might fall in there, you know. A bird might crap in the pool. Like, there's a lot of stuff that can happen. And I don't want to see a snake swimming around in my maple syrup pool. You know, that's just kind of gross and ew. And why? You know. So, if it's one of them, like, enclosed pools, like a hotel pool or like a... or some people just have pools with like those like glass buildings around them. I would swim in that. That's the kind of pool I want. That's enclosed, you know. Nutella or maple syrup? Is Nutella thicker than maple syrup? I'm trying to figure out which one's the less thick, because the thickest one is going to be the hardest to swim through. Which also, maple syrup getting stuck in the hair, that's going to be tricky to get out too. Because I'm thinking of the after effects of all this. I guess I'd go with... I guess I could go with Nutella. I mean, either one of these just sounds like a Mr. Beast YouTube video. For some reason, that's just the first man who popped up in my head. Was like, this seems like something that I could look. I'm going to collab. Okay, everybody listen. Watch out, because I'm going to collab with Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, I know you're listening out there. I know you're a fan. Give me some money. Mr. Beast, I know you're listening. And we can collab on this, okay? It's me and Mr. Beast. We're going to team up for a YouTube video, and we're going to do it in a pool filled with Nutella, okay? Mr. Beast, we got this, all right? You and all the beasties, the Beastie Boys, the rest of you out there, can help all of us fill this pool full of Nutella. And then we're going to have a pool in the shape of an N for Nutella. And, and we're just going to fill it full of Nutella, and then we're going to swim in it. So how about that? All right, Mr. Beast? All right. So, and then you can give me like $1,000, or actually you can give me like $1 million. So anyway, so yeah, I pick Nutella just because it seems cooler, I guess. I don't know. I'm just, either way, it's just a mess. Either way, I don't care. So I'm going to choose a pool full of Nutella. So there you go. The next question we got is also a would you rather question. Would you rather never be able to go out during the day? Okay, interesting. Or never be able to go out at night. So I have to choose between being a vampire. So basically saying only go out during the day or only go out during the night, if you just opposite that. So I'm either a vampire or an old person. Because I never go out during the day or never go out during the night. But you can let the sunlight hit you inside. It's just like you can't physically walk outside of the house or wherever you're at. Apartment, building, whatever. I don't care. You can't physically walk out the door if it's daytime or if it's nighttime. So it's like as soon as the sun rises, you can't go outside anymore. Or as soon as the sun goes down, you can't go outside anymore. So you just got to think of like, do you spend more of your time during the day outside or during the night outside? I feel like I've had more fun during the night outside. Like night swimming. If there's a way to get directly from the house to my vehicle at night, if I choose to like never go outside during the night, if there was a way to like park the car in the house, get in the car, and then leave the house, but I would not be able to leave the vehicle, I'd be fine with that. That I feel like that could work because I'm technically not going out because I'm not physically outside. I'm still in a vehicle, and they say your car is like an extension of your home. So technically, working my way around this question. But then every building I would have to go in, like a restaurant or everything, would have to have a garage just for me to drive into so I can get out without having to go outside. And you only have like 12 hours to do. Well, it's not even a full 12 hours. Is it a full 12 hours? It's around 12 hours. You got like 12 hours to do stuff, whether you're doing it 12 hours during the night or 12 hours during the day. I'm going to choose only during the day. Meaning that I would rather never be able to go out at night. Shoot. I do a lot of stuff during the night. Yeah, but you don't want to be that guy that's like, hey, I want to do stuff, and then you're like, no, I can't. I have to wait until 7 p.m. when the sun goes down. And they're like, what are you, a vampire or something? It's like, no, I answered a would you rather question. I guess I would never go out at night because it's a hard question. It really is for me because I do a lot during the night. But day is daytime. It's like, imagine the things you can do during the day and then try to do them at night, and then the opposite with the other things that you do at night. Like at night, you can night swim. I've played tennis at night, rode around at night. I go work out at night. I don't work outside, but I go to the gym at night, like 9 or 10. Go eat Waffle House at night. And during the day, it's like I go get lunch. You can swim, go to the beach. A lot more stuff can happen during the day, though. That's the thing. But I feel like if you do stuff at night, it's just fun, you know, because, I don't know, it's just nighttime. It's the moon. The moon's doing something to you. I guess I'll choose, like I just said, never go out at night, because I guess you can just have fun during the day, I guess. So I choose never go out at night. So that's a hard question. That's just, you got to look at the pros and cons of each. So I have 2 drinks here. Of course, my parents went on vacation a couple of weeks ago, and they brought back a lot of drinks and candy for me to review, and I have 2 of those drinks here. Some of those drinks alcoholic, some of them non-alcoholic, and 2 are non-alcoholic that I have right here in front of me. And you can go, like I said before, onto the Toddcast Instagram page and see a picture of these 2 drinks. That way you can know if you had them before, or if you want to see them and want to try them yourself. So these 2 drinks I am not prepared for. They're not alcoholic, but I just don't think they're going to be good. One of them looks okay. I don't think it's going to be good, though. So, of course, if I spit these drinks out, I apologize if you do not enjoy that. But just remember, that means I'm probably not enjoying this drink. So I'm going to try and power through these drinks. One of these might actually be good, though. I'm not real sure. And then, of course, once I try them, I give them a score from 0 to 100. No decimals. 0 to 100 on the drink review scale. Or the overall review scale now, because I do candy, too. Oh, cracking open the first one here. The first one we got, if I can open it. Okay, the first one we got here is the original. It's got pure cane sugar in it. Chocolate chip cookie dough bites soda. That's a lot. It is, of course, these 2 are both in glass bottles. The chocolate chip cookie dough one kind of looks like pee in a bottle, because it's very yellowy, like dehydrated type pee. That's what it looks like. It's very yellow, like you can see through it though. It smells strong. Like it smells like cookie dough, but with like a pound of sugar in it. Like that's what it smells like. So I'm going to give it a try right now. Here we go. Chocolate chip cookie dough bites soda. Let's try it and down the drain. Okay. It's a very subtle taste. I'm hardly tasting anything, to be honest. It's not that bad, but it's not the best. It's making my eye twitch, apparently. It's different. You can taste a lot of the sugar, and that's about it, honestly. There's a subtle hint of something. I don't know what it is. It's not that bad, honestly. I would try it again, like if I ever found it in a store, you know. But, I can't even place the flavor, though. Like, I've never had chocolate chip cookie dough bites before, but there's not much flavor at all in that soda. Like, it's mainly sugar, and that's about it. And it looks like pee, and it doesn't taste like pee, which is great. So, on the official scale, chocolate chip cookie dough bites soda, I am officially going to give you this score from 0 to 100. To give you a score of... I might just have to give you a score of 58. It's not bad, but I don't taste anything. That's the only reason it's not rated higher is because there's not much taste other than sugar. Like, you can tell it's a soda. It's got sugar in it. What else? Like, you can tell. If you didn't tell me it was chocolate chip cookie dough bites and I just drank it, at first I thought it would be pee because of the way it looks. Pee in a glass bottle. But if you didn't tell me that's what it was, I would have no idea what this tastes like. Literally none. It smells alright. It tastes alright. Like, that's why 58 is just an alright score for this drink. So, chocolate chip cookie dough bites soda gets a solid 58. Now, the next one, I don't think this one will be good. I mean, it might. This one is made by the company Lester's Fixins, and this is Buffalo Wing Soda, and it looks like orange soda, like orange Fanta or orange Crush. Now, orange soda in a glass bottle is really good. Like, it's probably my favorite way to drink orange soda is in a glass bottle. But this is Buffalo Wing Soda. Y'all get your fixins. Ooh, here we go. I'm going to try and crack it. There we go. Crack this puppy open. Now, I don't know. Okay. Let's give it a smell. Smell, taste. Smell, taste. That's not a word. I don't smell anything. I mean, one of my nostrils is stopped up, but I don't really smell anything, honestly. I mean, I don't smell any buffalo or wings or chicken or anything, honestly. It might be good, who knows? So, I want to give it a try. It is Buffalo Wing Soda. Here we go. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Oh, Lord. I want to try it again just for the heck of it, I guess. Why'd I do that? Oh, no! Put this back. You get the cap back. The chocolate chip cookie dough is better than that. Oh God, I need water. How'd they do it? I should give them points just for creativity. Oh Lord, it's hot. They put hot in soda. How'd they do that? Like, why? For one thing. Oh gosh. And I'm not reviewing if it's close to buffalo wings. I'm reviewing if it's good or not. That is not. Buffalo wing soda gets a 46 because I would not want that again. I would never try it. I mean, never's a strong word. But I probably would try it if I just saw it in a store, if I didn't have it before just now. But, because it looks like orange soda. It's very appealing. The look looks amazing because it's got orange soda vibe to it. But now, you take a drink and it hits you and you're like, okay, this is a soda. As soon as you swallow it, the heat hits you. Like whenever you eat buffalo wings and as soon as it goes down your throat, you're like, uh-oh. Like even though they may not be that spicy to you if you love spicy food, it's still got a good heat to it. Like it's still like that's you ever had that feeling of so yeah, buffalo wing soda, it's just like I couldn't swallow either one of them. I had to spit it out in a cup. So, chocolate chip cookie dough bites soda gets a 58, and buffalo wing soda gets a solid 46. So, I would not try it again. If you want to try them, though, of course, there's a picture on the Toddcast Instagram page that you probably could see right now if you just head on over there. As long as you're not driving or anything, listen to this. I mean, if you are driving, you can, but I'm not promoting it. No, I'm not. But whenever you want or are able to, go over to the Toddcast Instagram page at _Toddcast_. Only on Instagram. The only on Instagram part is not part of the username, by the way. But you can go over there and see a picture of these two if you want to try them for yourself, if you actually think chocolate chip cookie dough soda is good, or if you want to get you a hot drink, which is weird, by the way. To have a drink give you that spice feeling in the back of your throat, that's just weird. If you want that, try Buffalo Wing Soda by the company Lester's Fixins. So, oh man. So yeah, those are the drinks. And like I said before, I will be reviewing the Loki series and Black Widow once they finish. And like I said before, E3 is this weekend, so check it out if you want. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for this week. As always, please rate and subscribe. And if you're listening on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe, and click that bell to get notified when new videos are uploaded. And make sure, like I said before, follow the Toddcast only on Instagram for updates at _Toddcast_. And tell your friends and your family to give it a listen. And thank all of you once again for listening to this episode. And if you want to know what's going to happen next week, well, I guess you're just going to have to tune in to find out. Only on the Toddcast.